Paper. Breaking down the Monday Night Football Showdown slate, Chiefs at Commanders, and we are building around Kansas City because Washington have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 27, and our highest dash ranks line up on the KC side. We are starting at captain with Rashee Rice. The dash rank is 100, the opponent rank is 27, which is one of the worst defenses overall. The projection sits at 17, and he is averaging 23 fantasy points per game with 23 last time out. We like the ceiling at salary 14,400 and the consolidation of Mahomes' targets. There is also fresh buzz around his impact since his return, which lines up with coverage like the Derek Carr and Andy Reid game plan chatter around Rice in recent articles. We absolutely want Patrick Mahomes in flex and in a chunk of captain builds. The dash rank is 100, the opponent rank is 27, indicating one of the worst defenses overall. The projection is 23, and the scoring form is strong at 26, 32, and 21 over the last three, with 25 fantasy points per game. A Monday Night Football preview piece confirms the stage and matchup, and multiple reports note Mahomes has come back into red-hot form after the slow start, winning 4 of the last 5, which supports paying $11,000 and embracing the 1% projected ownership as massive leverage. We are adding Travis Kelce in our primary stacks. Dash rank 90, projection 11, 12 fantasy points per game, with 8, 14, and 13 in his last 3, and he also faces Washington, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 27. The Reddit discourse about his prime versus reality may keep interest muted at 0% ownership here, which only boosts the leverage in Mahomes stacks. We like Isaiah Pacheco as our game script play. Dash rank 70, projection 10, recent scores 12, 6, and 6, and the defense across from him is one of the worst overall, at opponent rank 27. If the Chiefs control this game, his rushing volume can close it out. We will hedge a bit because of the Chiefs' backfield note from recent coverage that Brashard Smith has flashed and could siphon touches. We are prioritizing Marquise Brown as the salary saver that keeps Mahomes plus a premium captain intact. Dash rank 98, projection 8, 13 fantasy points per game, with 9, 21, and 6 in his last 3, and the spot again is Washington, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 27. At 5,400 and 0% projected ownership, this is the easiest way to get a third KC pass catcher. Preseason injury notes are in the rear view per the practice updates and roster comments this month. We like Xavier Worthy as our upside pivot off Brown or Kelce in tournaments. Dash rank 81, projection 12, 9 fantasy points per game with an 8, 11, 11 run, and the same opponent rank of 27, signaling one of the worst defenses overall. He brings lid-lifting speed highlighted all year in coverage and can flip the slate with one deep ball. We will rotate Noah Gray in a few builds as a punt leverage tight end. Dash rank 44, projection 3. He has gone 4, 5, and 0 in his last 3, and again gets Washington, who have one of the worst defenses overall at opponent rank 27. He pairs well with Mahomes in lineups that fade Kelce to be different. We are comfortable with Harrison Butker as a complementary piece to a KC onslaught. Dash rank 61, projection 9, recent 7, 6, and 2. And the opponent rank is 27, indicating one of the worst defenses overall. If Washington bends but does not break in a few red zone trips, the kicker capitalizes. The league's recent kickoff rule chatter around Butker has been in the news, but here we are simply leaning on projected scoring environment. We will play the Chiefs' defense in tournaments for correlation with the KC lead, dash rank 76, projection 8, and only 1% ownership. Our why is the Washington quarterback situation and the likely negative game script. Several reports this week indicate Jaden Daniels is not practicing and Marcus Mariota may start, elevating pressure and turnover chances. We are bringing back Washington with Marcus Mariota when we need a contrarian game script. Projection 17, 14 fantasy points per game, but only 5 last game. And now he faces Kansas City, who have a tough defense overall with an opponent rank of 2. Projections are less reliable since he has not started 3 games yet, so we will keep exposure light and mainly use him when fading the Chiefs' defense. The news cycle around Daniels' injury and Mariota potentially starting is the primary reason to include a few builds. We will keep a small amount of Matt Gay as a bringback if he is active. He is questionable, projects for 7, and faces Kansas City, who have a tough defense overall with an opponent rank of 2, which can funnel Washington drives into field goal attempts. We will monitor status and late news before lock. We will sprinkle Brashard Smith as a contrarian pivot off Pacheco. Dash rank 41, projection 6, recent 13, 5, and 5. And he shares the same prime matchup versus Washington, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 27. Recent reports highlight that the Chiefs' ground game showed signs of life, and Smith contributed, so at 6,001% ownership he's viable in large field builds. We are fading Gardner Minshew on this slate. With Mahomes healthy and the projection at 0, there is no path to relevance outside of a highly unlikely in-game injury to Mahomes. We are fading the Commanders' defense. They project at 4 and face Mahomes on Monday Night Football, and the matchup notes and articles this week reinforce that Kansas City's offense is heating up. We would rather correlate with KC production. We are closing it out with our preferred cores. Our safe core is Mahomes, Rice captain, Kelsey, Brown, Chiefs defense, and a Washington bringback like Mariota or Gay if active. Our leverage core is Rice captain or Worthy captain, Mahomes, Pacheco, or Brashard Smith as a pivot, Kelsey or Noah Gray for differentiation, and a thin Washington piece. The why is simple. Washington have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 27. Mahomes has elite recent form as highlighted in this week's coverage, and the projected ownership numbers are shockingly low, which gives us leverage on a concentrated KC passing attack.